Hi, I'm Laura from youngwritersworkshops.com, and I'm going to talk about spelling rules. Depending on how you break things down, there are about 6 basic spelling rules that help you spelling words in the English language. Interestingly, a lot of these rules have a lot of exceptions, and that just confirms what we know about English, which is that it's a very irregular language and can be difficult for people to learn if it's their second language. So the first spelling rule is to put an I before E, except after C. Now that rule does have exceptions, as you know, for example, receive. And it also has an exception if the EI sounds like A, as in neighbor or way. There are a series of exceptions to that rule. The second rule is about doubling consonants. If the word has one syllable and it's stressed on that last syllable, and then it's preceded by a single vowel, then the suffix begins with the vowel. So when you're adding a suffix, then you'll double that final consonant. For example, controllable, you'll double the L because the suffix able begins with a vowel. But at the same time, there are, again, exceptions to that rule. Now, about how to handle a final E when adding a suffix, you may generally drop it when the suffix begins with a vowel. For example, you drop the E on amusing. That is a rule that's generally followed. There's another rule about how to add a suffix or a verb ending with a Y. So if you are adding a suffix to the word happy, generally you change it to in happy you change the Y to an I and add NESS to make happiness. If the word has a vowel before the Y, however, then you'll keep the Y and not change it to an I. Making words plural has some rules, and again there are some exceptions, but generally words that end in double S, SH, X add an ES to make them plural. Words that have a consonant before the final Y, you change the Y to an I and add ES. And then most nouns that end in F or FE, you'll change the F to a VE and add an S. There are some exceptions to this rule. And the final rule is about the spelling changes when you add a suffix or a prefix. Generally, you don't change the spelling of the word even if it's the double letter. For example, adding miss, the prefix miss to step. You keep the spelling of step and add a miss before it to make misstep. So those are some basic spelling rules.